Hello everyone, welcome to Miss Doc T. This is Dr. Farheen, General Medicine resident, and today let's discuss vaginous granulomatosis. So again, this topic is important for PG entrance examination. We'll start with a question. A 30-year-old female develops serous otitis media of left ear with cough, hemoptysis and epistaxis for 1.5 months. She has shown proteinuria 4 plus and ANCA positive. What is the likely cause? Another question. A 42-year-old male presented with pain and redness in right eye with cough, hemoptysis since 10 days. CT chest shows the following image. Now what is the diagnosis? So vaginous granulomatosis. It is also known as granulomatosis with polyangiitis. So now, as the name indicates, this condition has multiple granulomas and there is inflammation of many blood vessels. So this vaginous granulomatosis is associated with C-ANCA and it is a C-ANCA mediated vasculitic syndrome. Now, to understand what is C-ANCA, please watch the video on ANCA vasculitis. It is commonly seen around 40 years of age group in both males and females, and some say that the antigen might be in the upper respiratory tract because it has more upper respiratory tract involvement. So the upper respiratory tract symptoms include pain in the paranasal sinuses, nasal discharge. Granuloma on the nasal septum may also perforate, leading to a deformity known as the saddle nose deformity. So this is important to remember. And this is a picture of a saddle nose. Next, serous otitis media. So these are some features of upper respiratory tract involvement. Similarly, lower respiratory tract involvement presents with granulomas and vasculitic changes of the lung tissue. So this can be seen as multiple bilateral nodular cavitary lesions in the lung on a CT chest. So this is the picture of cavitary and multiple bilateral lesions, and it can also cause this kind of a picture on CT where there is an inner area of ground glass opacities with a surrounding consolidation, and this pattern is known as the reversed halo sign, also known as the atoll sign. So the same kind of pattern is also seen in mucormycosis. Next, renal involvement. So almost always the patient will have deranged renal function tests and there is an associated glomerulonephritis. And if it is untreated, it may progress to rapidly progressive glomerulonephritis, which is the cause of mortality in these patients. So remember, in most of the cases, mortality in vaginas is because of renal involvement. Next, eye involvement. So it can present with conjunctivitis, scleritis, episcleritis or dacryocystitis. And eye involvement is important to remember because it can give a very important clue in the diagnosis of this condition. So these are the pictures showing conjunctivitis and dacryocystitis. Next is skin involvement, either in the form of purpura or ulcers or nodules. So these nodules are because of these granulomatous deposition in the skin. So how is it diagnosed? Biopsy should reveal granulomatous lesions with vasculitic changes. So there is an inner area of necrosis with surrounding lymphocytes and multinuclear giant cells and with vessel involvement. The next part in diagnosis is to clinically look at the symptoms and the signs. So in vaginous granulomatosis, remember upper respiratory tract involvement, lower respiratory tract involvement usually in the form of bilateral multiple nodules, skin involvement, involvement of eyes, saddle nose deformity and renal involvement are important. So eye involvement gives a very important clue in the diagnosis and mortality in vaginas is because of renal involvement. So these are the important clinical features to diagnose vaginous granulomatosis. And the next step is to diagnose C-ANCA. This is the immunofluorescent picture of C-ANCA. And if you want to know more about C-ANCA, please watch the video on ANCA vasculitis. Next, we'll look at the treatment. So there are two phases in treatment of Wegener's granulomatosis. The first phase is the induction phase, where a combination of steroids with cyclophosphamide or steroids with rituximab can be used. And the second phase is the maintenance phase, where methotrexate or azathioprine can be used. So the triad of Wegener's granulomatosis include upper respiratory tract symptoms, lower respiratory tract symptoms, and renal involvement. So these three are important to diagnose Wegener's granulomatosis. And eye involvement can give a very important clue in the diagnosis of Wegener's granulomatosis. Now, what are the points to remember to solve an MCQ? It is associated with C. ANCA, upper respiratory tract symptoms, saddle nose deformity, lower respiratory tract symptoms with bilateral nodular lesions, renal involvement, involvement of eyes are some important points to remember. So the triad of Wegener's include upper respiratory tract symptoms, lower respiratory tract symptoms, and renal involvement. Okay, now we'll come back to the question. A 30-year-old female develops serous otitis media. So that is an upper respiratory tract symptom of left ear with cough, and hemoptysis is a lower respiratory tract symptom. And epistaxis, maybe because of some granulomatous lesion in the nose. For 1.5 months, she has shown proteinuria 4+, so renal involvement with glomerulonephritis and ANCA positive. So here, to be more specific, it indicates C. ANCA. So the likely cause. Now it's very clear. A triad of upper respiratory tract symptoms, lower respiratory tract symptoms, and renal involvement is clearly given in the question. And it is also associated with ANCA positive. So the diagnosis is Wegener's granulomatosis. The next question, a 42-year-old male presented with pain and redness in right eye. So, involvement of eye is a very important clue to diagnose Wegener's granulomatosis with cough and hemoptysis. So, lower respiratory tract symptoms are present, and CT chest shows the following picture. Bilateral multiple nodular infiltrates in the lung. So now the diagnosis is Wegener's granulomatosis. So here the hint which is given is eye involvement, and the CT chest picture clearly shows bilateral nodular lesions. So it indicates Wegener's granulomatosis. So this is the whole thing what we have discussed. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Let's meet again with another new topic. Till then, just take care, be happy, and stay safe.